Have you seen Red Bull's videos?
Literally what I wanted to do with Watch Gang.
I got depressed though. There was nothing to do. I was just in my moldy, dark apartment, and I had a stale marshmallow. And
if you had to choose between watches and Pokemon cards, one forever.
No, don't make me choose, man. Don't make me choose.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Off the Clock with Watch Gang. I am your host, Blake Ray, co-host
Chad Sagris.
Today's going to be an interesting one because we have a friend and somebody who has built a unique lane on the intersection of not only watches, but collectibles and, of course, digital content. Not only has it turned a passion into like a full-scale profession, he's a YouTuber and content creator known for diving deep into two worlds that demand knowledge, instinct, and a bit of luck. We are talking about watch collecting and Pokemon collecting. Whether he's either talking about one of his new watches, which you can see on his wrist now, or chasing down rare pulls. I've seen those videos. He built a community around the thrill of the hunt, and he is very, very, very fun to watch. Joining us is Nathan Kessel. Welcome to the show, Nathan.
Thank you so much, Blake. Man, it is great to be here. Bro, what an intro. Now I got to live up to it, so let's see if I can prove myself.
I felt like it was like kind of fragmented. So like we planned this. I mean, for a while we've been talking about doing this, but we jumped in here and just tried to get this done. So
I appreciate it, man.
So thanks for coming on.
Let's get it done, baby. What are we talking about?
What's on your wrist first?
Okay, this is my newest piece right here. It is the Royal Oak Chronograph. Not offshore, finally. Took me a year and a half to get this bad boy from the AD, and retail journey is always crazy, but I am just grateful to get to wear this thing and get to call it mine,
Yeah, he called me too, and I got to go with him on that one.
Oh, you went to pick it up?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Man. I was
fun.
like, I need emotional support. Blake, get over here now.
You had said something about going to get it, and I'm like, can I come? Can I? Like, I invited myself. And then, it was me, him, and his mom. And, dude, just super fun.
I've never actually purchased an AP in their store.
Really?
So I've never had that whole retail experience. I heard it's really fun, though.
It is really fun. Yeah, I mean, that you have to start off, like a offshore code, and then maybe one more or something. But if you're also you have a good rapport with your, AD friend,
yep,
then you still have to wait, but you get there. It's kind of crazy. And what I'm hoping for is I'm starting my AD journey, with Rolex and with AP all a year and a half ago, and I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that I'm 29 right now, but by the time I'm 45 or 50, that I can be getting off catalog pieces and things like that. So
hopefully sooner for your 30th birthday that someone that goes and delivers you something special. Right?
Oh, that would be a dream, man. That'd be so nice. Yeah, I can't even imagine what we're going to do for 30, but I definitely got to get a watch for it, yeah.
I have to air you out for just a second.
Okay.
Because before we were in Switzerland, he was he found a Chopek that he was
oh my God.
He was I want to buy this.
It was so beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Beautiful.
It was beautiful, but I was like, don't do that. Don't do that. Wait till you come back from Switzerland. Mm-hmm. And then right before we're going to Switzerland, he gets a phone call from AP saying, hey, we've got a green chrono. Come pick it up.
Yep.
But you got it when you got home?
I had to wait till they called me
wow.
the day we got on the plane. Are we allowed to cuss on this?
Yeah.
The day we got on the plane, man, and it's you gotta be kidding me. It's I gotta wait a whole week now to get this thing. They saved it for me though.
No,
it was worth it.
That's even worse is that you went to Watches and Wonders for your first time, right?
Yep.
And you went and saw every crazy watch. You're wait, I can't buy anything here. I gotta wait till I get home. I got the patience. That's incredible.
Oh, I was keeping my head in the dirt. I intentionally didn't go to certain booths at Watches and Wonders, which, speaking of, Watches and Wonders is, I can't speak. Oh my gosh, words are hard. Watches and Wonders was so cool. Getting that experience, seeing Panerai ginormous aqua tank thing with I wish there was one note Panerai koi fish next time. Yeah. Koi pond, some fish aquarium style.
When you buy one at retail, they just drown you in it.
Oh, cool.
Oh, wow.
Perfect.
Well,
Shots fired.
Ouch.
I'm the biggest Panerai fan, so I can say that. Like, I can
That's
say
awesome.
that.
I don't have a Panerai yet.
I'm working on it.
We're working on it. We're working on it. I'm slow to like the, I would consider this like a more manly watch, and the Panerai a more manly watch. I've been going into like elegant, like the IWCs and the Rolexes of just really like these polished, elegant style. This to me is more rugged in comparison to like the Daytona.
But I think that's the design element. It was supposed to be rugged. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be a sport watch. It was being different than all the Patek.
Mm-hmm.
Even like the Nautilus feels more refined. Even though they're both Girard-Genta watches,
Yeah,
it's way more refined.
it is. Yeah, it definitely has that like minimal elegance look, and I think it's really this like tapisserie dial on this piece that really makes it feel so manly.
It's beautiful, and I think that's a purchase that I support. Not that you need my support to spend your own money.
Yes, I always do. I need an adult at all times. I need supervision.
Well, I mean, we bailed you out of the chopping.
I appreciate it. I know. I will get the Chapek eventually, but those movements are absolutely insane.
Yeah,
too.
they're
Their
sick.
dials
They're
are,
sick.
are incredible. Like,
yeah.
The nice thing about collecting watches is that you can appreciate so many different brands and what they're good at, and eventually you'll get there. I've always, in my collecting journey personally, I've never searched for a watch. I let the watch come into my life.
Yeah.
And like, as you've seen some of my watches I have, and you're like, how did you get that? And I'm like, I don't know. It just showed up one day at the right opportunity, and here it is on my wrist.
Yeah.
That
is so cool. So envious.
I want to transition into like talking about your YouTube journey. So part of the reason why like we connected is through watches, right? But I was trying to like quantify like on the way up here, like your presence, like your social media presence, and like looking at this is crazy as hell to say out loud. So among all your social media channels, 26.25 million followers.
Whoa.
Which is the same. You have more followers than Australia has residents.
Whoa.
Which is crazy.
That's wild.
And then, and then quantifying like all your views, right? 31.5 billion views.
Oh, dang.
Total on all your social media channels. So that in perspective is every single person in the world watches your video 4 times or 4 of your videos.
That is fucking insane.
I know. Like I didn't even like.
I know.
I probably watched a few hundred. So.
Oh yeah. Perfect. That counts. Every
I mean,
counts.
it still counts. But
yeah, I don't track it, so it's really wild to
like quantify it.
Quantify it. Yeah, like put the actual numbers together like that. 31. You said million.
31.5
billion
billion views. Like among all your social channels.
Oh my gosh, that's
crazy, right?
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm just a guy. You know
cool.
what I mean?
Yeah, that's what comes across. Like
I appreciate that, and
like you're genuine.
I always want it to be that way, and so like I've never done like a thank you video. I've never been like thanks for 10 million followers or anything.
It might be time.
I know, but at the same time, I'm like, but I don't want each of those subscribers or followers, depending on the platform, is a real human being. So I don't want to dehumanize the human beings who follow me by just saying you're a number to me, because they're not. They're actual human beings where it's like all of these views are real lives and time spent. Now, the one thing I did look at was the number of hours watched. And
that's probably crazy.
Yeah, it was like a year ago. It was over like 7,300 years of human life spent watching my content. And I like wept out of just joy that I get to do this for a living and get to make people laugh and like build communities and positivity. Because I'm not like, I don't post like negative stuff. You know what I mean? Like my fiance and I have fun, and we have fun with our animals. We have fun with like collecting new things and Pokemon cards, watches, whatever it might be, right? And it's nice to get to like create a safe space where collectors can comment on videos, or just fans and kids, adults, all everybody from all over the world can just comment, and it's positive. you know.
How'd you get into like content creation? Like, where'd you start?
Yeah, so I used to be an opera singer. I sang for about a decade professionally, and you know, I was also in school full time doing this. So I have like a master's in music for operatic vocal performance. But anyway, so yeah, I was an opera singer. Pandemic hit, lost my job. I was also teaching SAT, TOEFL, which is Test of English as a Foreign Language, ACT. I was teaching ESL, English as a Second Language, and singing professionally in choirs while being in masters, you know. So I was in like 2 to 3 professional choirs. So I was working ridiculous hours while being a full-time student, while then having to leave for gigs every summer, going all over the world, going to Germany, going to Mexico, going to Italy, wherever it was. And pandemic hit, and I got depressed. And I'm not a very depressed person. I had a traumatic brain injury, and it like kind of crushed my right frontal lobe. And so we always say I got hit with the happy stick, you know, so I'm always happy. It's like a superpower, you know. And so I got depressed, though. There was nothing to do. I was just in my like moldy, dark apartment, and I had a stale marshmallow and a mug, and I was like, if this goes in, I'll get a tattoo of SpongeBob. And then I got a tattoo of SpongeBob because it went in, and I was
Wild.
like, I shouldn't have posted that video because it led to all of these. Like, I have over 100 tattoos on this leg that I'm now getting removed to get more tattoos on this leg. I've got brand partnerships.
Jimmy
on
John's?
here.
You have a Jimmy John's?
Jimmy John's
I got
tattoo.
Jimmy John's.
That's the
I've
one to
got,
have.
I got CeraVe. I got TikTok, YouTube, and Snapchat. I got Among Us. Myself as an Among Us character game. My back wax. Like, just Goku. I got Goku down here too. Games of tic-tac-toe. This is an actual
my
maze. You know, so just like goofy, happy, you know, feel good videos where it's like, look, like you guys gave me this life. Here's my leg. You know, like you guys get my leg.
Did you actually have like a moment in time where you're like, I want to do this as a career? Like how did you get to like the latter stages of this becoming like your full-time?
So before social media, I never was like, I want to be a YouTuber someday. I grew up before YouTube was invented, you know. I was born in 1996. YouTube came around in 2005 because it was just their 20th anniversary last year. But no, it was not on my bucket list of things I wanted to do. I just felt like I had a duty of, if I'm depressed, the rest of the world must be in total and utter shambles. So I need to make people laugh now because I can't make people feel something with my music. We can't go fill the concert halls. And what I love about like the social media side is that you don't have to be an exceptionally talented or like, you know, a lot of people think I have to be really, really ultra good looking or this side or the other thing. It's like you just have to make people feel something.
That's interesting.
That's all you have to do.
Do you think that through your YouTube, you actually reach more people than in the theater you'd ever reach? Like, it's like...
Yep.
It's
it's crazy.
It's crazy.
I know. The numbers still are so baffling to me because I'm happy with 100,000 views on a video.
Wow.
You know, and I have friends who are like, no, it has to be 1 million. It has to be, that's not enough. And I'm like, have you seen 100,000 people all together in front of you? I've performed in front of 100,000 plus people before, you know, like for the, you know, Christmas tree lighting ceremony in Boston and Faneuil Hall, and they're just people down. I mean, it's insanity. And that's probably only half the number. You know what I mean? That's probably only like 50,000 people or 40,000 or whatever. So it's like to see that number of people, oh my gosh, it's insane. It's insane. It does make it harder nowadays, I would say, for branded partnerships because they want the insane numbers. They want to see like the 10 million, 100 million, a billion viewed videos on their partnerships. But it's like you have to remember that it's like 100,000 people having their eyes on it, engaging with these videos. It's crazy to think like how many people will watch, like, what was it? I think it was like The Amazing Digital Circus. It's just a cartoon on YouTube, you know, and now it's on Netflix and it's going to be in movie theaters for their, you know, last episode or whatever. You know how many people were waiting in the premiere for that video? Guess. Guess. It's just
20,
YouTube.
20 million?
20 million? No, that'd be insane. No, they have a ton of
million?
subscribers. They had 1 million people waiting to watch it live
like
as
physically?
it was premiering.
Physically?
On YouTube.
Oh, on YouTube.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
wow.
on YouTube.
crazy.
So like imagine like a live stream, right? Or like Logan
Amazing.
Paul's live stream back in, I don't know, was it like 2020? He opened a first edition box of Pokemon cards.
Yeah,
And
I
he had
saw
like
that.
234,000 people in the lives. It was more people watching that live. And of course, it'll get more views even after it's posted, right? Than people were watching the NBA Finals. There was more people
crazy.
watching that.
I only know
So-
one way to get more people to do anything live,
Yeah.
and that's if like Rolex basically did like the Swatch Moon release and said, "Hey, by the way, anyone who gets in line will get a Daytona." Oh, game over. No one's going to work
people
that
would
day.
be fighting over each. It'd be a game over, absolutely. Yeah, I wonder what would be like a dream scenario that would just make like Rolex go so viral that
Do they
it
need
would
to?
break the internet. Or let's say it's a nothing brand. Let's say it's a smaller brand rather. Let's say it's a smaller brand. You know, what would break the internet for a watch company?
I think that's a really cool question because they don't know.
They don't. I know.
I think you're going to try and figure it out.
Oh, I already did
okay.
figure it out. Red Bull partnership.
I agree.
With the watch world, we have a very wide array of age demographic, right? Anywhere from me when I was 5 years old being told, hey, when you graduate med school, we'll get you a Rolex. And never could that have happened. We couldn't have afforded that, right, for our family. But, you know, my brother graduated med school. We could not get him a Rolex at that time. We couldn't afford it, right? But you have 5-year-olds all the way up to 90-year-olds for watches, right? Or however old, you know, you can possibly get, right? 120 nowadays, right? Whatever. But the thing is, kids, and by kids I mean anybody from like, I'd say up to 40 years old now, with like millennials, Gen Z and Gen Alpha and Gen Beta, we don't watch TV. We don't read magazines. We don't open
Yeah.
a newspaper. We don't even really, a lot of us don't even open books.
Even streaming
books?
services. Oh, like just look around. There's a book right
They're-
there.
those. I thought
No.
they're for decor. I thought.
They're not even,
They're not even real books.
it's not even a real book. It's not even a real book. So. Pardon me, but anyway.
But it's true.
It's like I love to read, but I have trouble opening a book where it's like, but I could just read it on my phone.
I read
Yeah.
on planes.
Yeah.
Yeah, reading on
that's
planes is good.
Just to kind of like bring it down.
Yeah.
But
it's good for your brain to
It's
read.
good for your
too.
brain. But you're right. Everyone's on YouTube, social media,
That's right.
and
They're not even watching TV.
Streaming services.
Streaming services, right?
Down.
Which people don't even watch TV. Anytime we'll turn on our like Samsung TV, and it goes to Samsung TV app. It's like no, I've never once clicked on watching TV, right? So how do you market now to the younger generations? How do you make watches exciting for younger generations? Red Bull. Have you seen Red Bull's fucking videos? They're absolutely manic. They're incredible.
literally what I've wanted to do with Watch Gang for
Yeah.
the last 5 years. I'm like,
Yeah.
and I used to have a brand. Actually, I'm wearing their hat out of order.
Oh,
That
nice.
we from Italy that we used to represent in the U.S. And I was like, you need to watch how Red Bull markets, what Red Bull's doing, because it doesn't make sense in a marketing aspect. It's not, hey, buy this. It's pure entertainment,
Yep.
but then you like the brand for that entertainment.
That's right. And so what I think a company should do with Red Bull, and I think it should be like a luxury watch company or any watch company that's wanting to get onto the mainstream market, is partner with Red Bull, and what they do, start the video and get a chronograph. Use it as a stopwatch. Just use it as a stopwatch for the sake of the video to get people excited about the watch, right? And it's like, all right, we're starting, jump off the cliff,
Well,
doing the skydiving, and then it's like by the time you land, it's like, boom, done. And their tagline should be,
somebody
time is short, live it.
actually kind of in a way did that.
Oh man,
Already.
darn it.
And I have to throw the love out there. It was Zenith,
Okay.
and they partnered with Felix Baumgartner, R.I.P. When he jumped out of that Stratos.
Oh.
So Red Bull sponsored that, and he literally had a Zenith watch on his wrist for the largest to-earth free fall.
Yeah.
Crazy. And it was a flyback chronograph.
I'll tell you a little idea that I have cooking in my brain.
Yeah.
my marketing team's gonna be very upset with me.
Oh.
But
They'll see this.
Yeah,
they'll see
they're
this.
gonna see
We'll cut this
so-
part out.
No, it's fine.
No.
I want to make a watch gang go-kart race where I bring out 10 members
Yeah.
out to here to Vegas and have them race for a Daytona. But do it
Sweet.
in like a complete fun way that it's like a little bit Mario Kart-ish.
Yeah.
Like, and it has some like, because, and the reason I say that is because at Watch Gang, I can do whatever I want.
yeah.
And we don't have to follow traditional media for marketing a watch. So I'm like, look, no one else is going to do it. Could be me. So, hey, if you guys see a go-kart race for Watch Gang next year and you want to win a Daytona,
That would be sick. You have a line out the door, down the street, around the block. Like, yeah, that's a great idea. Do it.
fun.
Yeah.
I have to do it now.
It's out there in the ethos.
Or you could do some kind of challenge thing too, like that go-karting, or like some kind of like skydiving competition. Whoever does like whoever
Sounds like
goes
a
the most
liability.
viral.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Have you
whoever
ever
goes the most
skydived?
viral. Hell the fuck no! I will
No, I'm not
never
fucking
skydive.
skydiving.
I will have a literal heart attack. Anna, my fiance, she skydove for her 21st birthday 3 years ago. Dude, I was so worried. I was so scared for her.
Terrifying.
You know what you should do? You should have a skydiving competition, and whoever's video goes the most viral gets the Daytona. Make it a marketing scheme.
Or makes me go skydiving. My marketing
Or
team
do that, yeah.
They tried to get me to go skydiving, and I was like, I
No.
don't know.
We got to do like a
little
Watch
scary.
Gang tattoo on the leg.
A Watch Gang tattoo on the leg? I've
Yeah.
never had a tattoo.
I'll do it in exchange for a watch.
Okay, maybe we'll talk about that.
Let's do it.
where did so you're a collector of so many things.
Yes.
I would consider you like, you have a freaking zoo at your house. First of all,
I do.
but Pokemon watches, like I think
Cats.
there's yeah.
I'm kidding.
I mean, at this point, you are a hoarder, an animal hoarder. But like, where did you like? How'd you get into collecting? Like,
Yeah,
how did that
well-
even start for you?
I was always, interested in Pokemon cards. I was always interested in timepieces. And as an opera singer, it's like you're living out of a suitcase because you're always bouncing around the entire planet, So I never had anything. I didn't get to even, like, having a relationship was hard because it's like, and I have friends who are still opera singers who are there, and they're singing at the highest caliber at the Metropolitan Opera House, at the Washington National Opera. And they're like, I'm only home 42 days out of the year. I only get to see my wife 42 days
Yeah.
out of the year. And in those 42 days, I'm freaking out because there's no money coming in. And so it's like, wow, this is so, like, I always wanted to be the opera singer, right? And I was winning competitions, global competitions, national competitions. I was winning and always in the top 3, since I was in high school. And I was like, I'm good at this. I love the community. And I guess this was what I'm going to do for a living. And so I learned all the languages. I learned Italian. I learned French. I learned German. I learned the phonetics for Russian. I kind of didn't do well in my Russian class. I'm sorry. Whatever the teacher's name was. But anyway, and so I think finally getting to get away from the world of opera and having social media and like being stable in one place, I was like, whoa, I can like have Pokemon cards, or like I can afford a watch now, or I always wanted this. I remember the first Rolex I bought, I was 17, and I won an opera competition, and our family friend sold me a vintage Datejust two-tone with just like a normal gold dial, 36 millimeter for $3,000 at
Nice.
the
Good
time.
deal. Do you still have it?
No, because my dad was so mad at me for buying it that I had to return it, and I had to buy school books with it in the fall, So I had it for like 2 weeks, and then I had to give it back and get my money back.
But the experience of buying your first Rolex,
So cool.
it got you the bug, right?
Oh yeah. Oh man. I did the watch journey in the worst way possible, where I started earning and I started upgrading. So like I'd buy a watch and it'd be like a Datejust for like $14,000 or something, like from a jeweler, and then I'd get paid. I was like, whoa, I can't believe I landed this incredible brand deal. I want to upgrade my watch. So then I'd upgrade it to a Daytona from there. And then I'd upgrade that to a solid gold Submariner, or I don't know, something like whatever, solid gold. Oh, it was a President. And then I just kept doing that and kept upgrading until I got a Patek Aquanaut. And I was like, cool, I got my Grail. I can slow down now, and now I'm going back and like getting like, $3,000 pieces, $5,000, because the bug is out, and now I'm like, I want the pieces that make the journey.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the same as my journey.
Yeah.
It's like I started buying watches and flipping them to get what I wanted.
Yeah.
And then I got there and I'm like, okay. And then I started going back down. Now I buy watches from $100 all the way to whatever.
Yeah.
Because I'm buying now for the design. I'm not chasing the next watch. It's like I'm buying things that I want to wear or have.
Right. Well, and it's also so cool to see, like, Blake introduced me to Baltic while we were in Geneva.
Super cool.
And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, and it's one of my brother's favorite brands. And I was like, I didn't understand why he liked it. And then they were so generous as to gift me the World Timer that's...
Oh, the one that they just released.
That they
It hasn't even came out yet.
It hadn't even come out yet. And they said,
You have
here.
it already?
I have it.
Oh,
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
got the
nice.
0 serial.
Yeah,
Oh,
000, and I love that watch. Like it's hard to take it off my wrist when I put it. For me, I get really emotionally attached to my pieces. So it's like my mom was there, Blake was there for this piece. It's a really special piece to me. Every time I look at it, I think of them. It's like my mom was there. It's so sweet. So with the Baltic, it's like once I'm able to take this one off, I'll try to go back to the Baltic.
What's the most meaningful watch that you own right now?
I think the most meaningful one is the one we were talking about off camera, which is my I got from the AD, Rolex AD, Daytona Mother of Pearl with the diamond bezel. I don't know the model number. I don't think it's off catalog, but it is like a harder piece to get that I walked in the other day because we were in Italy the other day, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you have the off-catalog piece." Like even the Rolex AD said that, right? So it's a hard piece, but the reason it's so special is because we got it 2025 Thanksgiving for my dad's 65th birthday. We all went to Italy together, and it was cool because it was my dad, my mom, and my brother. Excuse me, as a whole family. Pardon me, sorry guys. Excuse me. And it was just like. My mom was like crying. She was so proud that it's like, we're here in Italy. This is such a great time to buy something. And she wanted all of us to buy a watch, but my brother's just now getting his watch that like he's been thinking about it for this long, where it's like a year later, or not a whole year later, but almost a full year later. And he's getting the Chapek green meteorite dial.
Ooh, cool watch.
Very cool. Yeah. I think it's limited to 100 pieces.
It's really interesting because now you're talking about buying watches that are more than most people's cars.
Yeah.
And you were saying that you got in trouble when you were 17 for buying a Rolex.
I know.
Man, it's came full circle for you.
Oh, I get in trouble every time still, but it's not my dad or mom anymore. Now it's my girl. She gets really mad at me.
You just lock her in the shower. I saw your video. You see that video?
Oh, no.
He put like a freaking like broom or something into the shower when she was cleaning the shower, and then he locked her in there, and then he was like, going to get a watch.
Yeah, exactly. It's the best way to do it. Now she can't get mad at me.
Oh, there you go.
Exactly.
Do you get in trouble forever? Because Pokemon cards, watches,
Yeah, so
animals.
Do watches get you in trouble more than Pokemon
So
cards?
to be totally honest, I actually don't get in trouble for the watches because they're such great assets.
Correct.
That it's when you do it right, you can really help yourself. In many, many ways where there are ways to borrow against your assets, or when it's time and you're ready to liquidate or, whatever, it's like, okay, it's been 15 years. All right, I'm going to liquidate that AP Royal Oak now, and it's okay. You don't get in trouble with the brand, as long as you wait that time, you know what I mean?
I had a vintage watch that I restored, and it took me 4 or 5 years, and then I wore it for a year. And I'm like, I've always wanted a 911. I really want a 911.
Yeah.
And I took that watch that I didn't pay as much for, and 5 years later, I'm trading it to buy a 911.
Exactly.
There's a perfect example of that.
Yeah. I had a Pokemon card that I made, oh man, I must have made like $11,000 on it.
Oh my God.
And I think I bought it for like 4 or 5. and wait, I'm sorry, hold on. Here's the math. I bought it for like 4 or 5. I sold it for 14.2, and then I traded it for a Batman, Rolex Batman.
So you took a Pokemon card, which essentially when it was brand new was worth what? Cents?
Nothing.
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 And you trade it for a Batman.
Yeah. I do that all the time. I actually have a watch guy who will literally take Pokemon cards for Rolexes or for watches.
How do you find the Pokemon?
Well, okay, man. Pokemon's hard because you don't know if it's really going to go up. It could be like too early that you get into a card, but you want to get into it kind of. Okay, new cards printed, right? Yeah. Here's the price. It's like here, and then it goes skyrocketing up, right? So let's say it goes up to $1,000. After about 4 weeks to 5 weeks, that's when you'll see it plummet to what its low will be ever, right? That's when you want to buy the Pokemon card, because then from there you get it graded and gets a 10. Now it's up, right? Let's say the $1,000 card dropped to 500, but graded is worth 1,500. So you get it, and now you've already made $1,000, right? And then from there, if the population of that card stays low, right? Population is in how many perfect 10s there are for that card. So let's say there's only 5,000 of them. In the whole world, there's only 5,000 perfect PSA 10s, right? That $1,500 card, once it goes out of print, is now worth $5,000.
Wow.
And then a year after it went out of print, it goes up to $8,000. And then it goes up to $11,000, and then it'll kind of hang in one of those like around anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 areas.
What was that really hot? Like, what was it? Jake Paul who bought the like $6 million?
Oh, Logan Paul.
Logan Paul.
He bought it for $3 or $4 million.
$4 million,
and it sold for 16, or maybe he bought it for 5 or 6. Maybe you're right. I don't remember.
It's just a number that you go like, wait a second.
I know.
I thought this was a game to play
like kids
in middle school.
Yeah, I know.
But now I guess they grew up.
That's me, man. I'm that little kid that grew up and geeked out about Pokemon cards, trading them at lunch, not knowing what they were, and now I'm like, oh my gosh, that's worth $100,000 today. Oh my gosh.
Do you feel like there's any parallels between like Pokemon trading and like the watch industry that you see?
Definitely. I think that as watch collectors, we wished that things moved the way that they did in Pokemon. It's hard for watches because we really only get like the new models at Watches and Wonders. I mean, is there another conference where they'll release another
micro brands?
Geneva Watch
Days.
Geneva Watch Days, but micro brands, but they don't have the same scarsity because they're always trying to make revenue. Right.
Oh, of course. But, it's like, so let's say we get it like once a year with Rolex or AP or Patek and Ulysse Nardin, whatever, right? They drop their thing once a year. Pokemon's dropping a new set every other month.
That's crazy.
Every other month. And then it runs for like, I don't know how long it'll actually run for, a year before it goes out of print, I think. Year and a half.
Isn't, do you know, that's crazy. Like, I bet you the company that owns Pokemon probably is like worth more than like Rolex.
It's entirely. I don't know because
somebody's got to fact check.
So Rolex is
Rolex
is a non-for-profit.
Yeah.
Right.
So what are they worth? No one will ever know.
No one will ever know.
But
yeah, they are non-profit that have other non-profits that money goes to those non-profits for the great grandkids or whatever. Whatever they did, it was brilliant. Really brilliant. And they're locked in forever. They're grandfathered in. But yeah, I do think that there's a lot of overlap with like the Pokemon cards and the watch community from what I've been noticing. And again, like I said, there's a watch dealer who will literally take Pokemon cards for watches. So
I gotta find that guy.
I know.
To buy my Pokemon cards.
He's a young guy. Yeah, he's a young guy.
Do you actually have Pokemon cards?
I've never owned a Pokemon card.
Okay. Oh, let's go. After this, we're going to the shop. I'll show you what to get. And film it.
All right.
And so you can make it a write-off because it's an educational video of how to buy watches and how to buy Pokemon cards.
It's insane.
Wink, wink.
That's what we could do. We could literally. We were even talking about doing like a Pokemon wheel, weren't you?
I thought about doing one. I don't know enough about Pokemon. I gotta know so that I can make a wheel.
Sponsored by the Kessel Collection.
You got it. Yeah. Let's do it together.
That'd be dope.
No, you should seriously get into Pokemon because what's cool is like I bought a card in September, It was $1,675, and it's a very famous Japanese artwork of a woman wearing this like red robe, if you will, kimono robe, and then they made a Pikachu appear on her shoulder for the card. In partnership with that estate of that artist, right? And so that $1,675. Guess how much it is today?
I have no idea.
$4,500 to $5,100.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I thought about doing is like having like where I go, like I have 100 boxes, and you guys can all buy 100 watches for $100, and I'm gonna throw in a random Pokemon card in every box.
Cool.
And like one of them's gonna be this card, but I don't know which card to buy. That's
I'll help you with that.
Thanks.
I'll definitely show you some cool ones you can put in there where it's like, you put in a $500 card, it's like, or a $200 card, and it's like, oh, by the time you sell it, it's worth $1,000 now.
That's incredible.
Some of the ones that you showed me too when I was at your house, like you've pulled from packs.
Yep.
Like, dude, that shit's crazy. So like, I have a friend who was getting into like Pokemon, like whatnot, and stuff like that, and we went out and bought a bunch of boxes of Pokemon cards, and we were just ripping them open. And dude, that shit is a wild freaking roller coaster. Talk about like of emotion.
Oh, actually opening them?
Yeah, like ripping stuff, dude. You're like, and then you hit something, and you're like through the moon, dude.
Oh yeah, is it gambling? No. Is it gambling though?
Yeah.
It's
we spent like $500 on Pokemon boxes that day
on a box. Yeah.
No, I think we spent like a couple. I think we had like 3 or 4 boxes.
Yeah.
Like booster boxes or
Right.
something.
Yeah.
Booster sets or starter sets or whatever. I don't know what they're. But yeah. I mean, that's just even think about that. It's so wild.
I know. I have a Pokemon watch that Fossil dropped. Actually, it was a limited edition. There's only like 1,400 of them, and I got the Gengar one because Gengar is like one of my favorite characters, like a little ghost guy, from Gen 1 Pokemon, and it was $399 or $299. And now it's worth anywhere from like $2,000 up to $6,000.
There's been a few brands. Boulder Watches in Singapore. They made a Pokemon.
No way.
Yeah,
they make nice watches too.
Really cool. Take a look.
Yeah, I will.
You talked about like we've talked a little bit about the values of some of these assets going up, like, but it comes back down to us as collectors. I think once you transcend your collecting journey, like, I know we still think about it, but like we're not grounded by it. So like it comes up, and I think I already know the answer, but I probably want you to say it on camera. When you think about collecting, are you thinking about investments, like value? You thinking about just like passion, fun, enthusiasm? Like, because like I have some Pokemon cards, like I just think they're fucking cool. Like the artwork is fucking cool.
Yeah,
and,
I
like,
got you the Ancient Mew.
Yeah,
it's still at my house. I gotta
me,
get it graded
he bought
for
me
you.
A Pokemon card because I went and saw the Pokemon movie, and they gave you like, I think this is the story. They gave you like a card for whenever you bought a ticket.
Yes.
And that to me like was like the most nostalgic Pokemon card. And then he went to a card show and he's like, bro, I got something for you. And then he found that card for me, and then we're gonna send it off and
get it graded.
See what its school it's.
Yeah, but it's both. Of course, you have to have like a love for the game, right? But also, I do think of it as, where is my money being locked up?
Yeah.
How can I make the money work for me? Because if I have liquid cash and money in my bank, it's going to be spent on trips for vlogging. It's going to be spent on food. It's going to be spent on furniture that we needed or whatever. So I have to lock the money up. Otherwise, in investments, whether it's stock portfolio, property, watches, Pokemon cards, whatever it might be, right? And I've just found the most consistency in both watches and Pokemon cards.
DoorDash. This guy is the biggest DoorDash investor.
Oh, I don't know. I'm pretty heavy in there too.
Yeah.
I feel like every time, like I was like, when I went to pick up the passes, I was like, oh, this, dude. Every time I come to his house, there's a DoorDash delivery on his door.
But I kind of have to agree with you that it seems like if I have money in the bank versus invested in assets.
Yep.
Like it's like, when you buy a watch for $15,000, okay, that sounds for most people like a crazy number to buy a watch, but it's a liquid asset. And,
that's right.
You pretty much anywhere in the world are able to sell a watch.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I've done well with watches personally, so.
Dude, I know you have. I know you have. I've seen it. Yeah, and I'm trying to help friends and family understand that it's like if you buy this Pokemon card or your watch, it does not mean that money is gone. It just means it's like existing.
Diverted it.
Yeah, you've converted it. Just like a bond, where it's like if you buy a treasury bond or something or whatever kind of bond, it's like
Hopefully.
yeah, your money's locked up. Think of it as like, okay, it's going to be locked up for a little while. Maybe for Pokemon cards and watches, more like okay, Pokemon cards and watches are really different. Pokemon card like a year, it's like, oh cool, wow, that just doubled in value. You wait another year, it tripled in value. Of course, and then when it hits that, is it called when a bond hits maturity, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with the Pokemon card. It'll hit its, peak. Like I had a Latios, like this little Lovebirds card, and they literally look like this. It's so precious. And I had gotten it for like $2,000, and it went up to 11. And I got out when it was at this high because I was like, I got to get out because I know it's going to go down. This is hype right now about this card, and I got like $10K for it.
If you had to choose between watches and Pokemon cards, one forever.
No, don't make me choose, man. Don't make me choose. I'd have to say
Pokemon?
No.
Yeah.
It'd be watches. It'd be watches only because I have such a love for the watches.
Yeah.
Like I love Pokemon cards too. Like it's my childhood. But like if you're making me choose,
Yeah, sorry.
dude,
But
you
you don't have to, but we're living in a reality
scenario.
Fantasy scenario here.
The Pokemon cards, it's like more like a Birkin. It's like put it in a crystal box and don't ever touch it, or it will lose value. With the watches, I can wear it.
You can wear a watch anywhere.
That's the coolest. It is the coolest collectible. I can wear this thing every day, and in 10 years from now, if I ever needed the cash, I can go and liquidate it and still get a great profit from it. It's amazing. I don't flip watches, but I'm just saying, like, there's nothing wrong with it. Do what you do, whatever. But
Watch gang's almost like the Pokemon because we sell mystery boxes.
Oh, sick.
Watch gang's dope.
And so basically, people sign up and they get a subscription, they get a mystery box. I curate watches for people, so it's kind of like a Pokemon.
Yeah.
And then every Friday, I give away a Rolex, which is insane.
So
Tag Hoyers on Tuesdays.
Tag Heuer Tuesdays.
No more plugs.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Well, I
man.
mean, what you're doing is like, and when we went to Nashville to film some more interviews, like just to see like, right then and there, like we had already like talked about launching this podcast and everything, but I got into watch collecting in a weird way because of Chad. Like in a weird way, because like I was a customer like long before we became friends, and
Cool.
like we started this, like, and it's crazy because like, just I mean, but the reason why I'm saying this is not to continue plugging, but just to see like how you're making an impact on the community, like that is what I subscribe to.
And that's, I think, the biggest thing that we're trying to do.
Yeah.
And hopefully I can learn a little bit about Pokemon so that I can
add
that
you
in
got
there,
Watch
yeah.
Gang, now you got Poke Gang, like, get them all.
Do you have a hot take about Pokemon collecting?
A hot take in what regard?
Any regards. Or watch collecting. You have to have a hot take. Like, my hot take for watch collecting is Rolex isn't really that cool.
Whoa.
I have to disagree with you.
I'm going to have to disagree. Rolex, to me, Rolex is the number one brand. It's like Santa Claus, Rolex.
Yeah,
that's the way I put it.
Yeah,
I don't get excited about it.
That's
and
okay.
That to me, like collecting,
Yeah.
you have to be excited about what you're collecting.
Yeah, my
right?
brother's the
And, like,
exact same way.
Every single year, like at least for the past couple of years, like the Rolex releases, whatever, right? That's my hot take. Like Rolex doesn't make watch collecting fun for me.
Why?
Because I mean, I think about watches as conversational pieces, right? Like for me as a watch, like with the watch club here in Vegas, like out of all the Rolexes that I've worn to those watch club meetups, nobody's ever asked me to take it off to see it.
Because it's already perfect. They can see it from there.
Well, well, people know how a Submariner wears. People know how a Daytona wears. People know, like... So that to me is my hot take.
When you get into vintage Rolex...
Yeah, totally different.
It's a game changer.
I'm going to exclude vintage Rolex from my statement.
Because I started in vintage. I went into new in my collecting journey. And now I've gone back down a rabbit hole going back into vintage. So
I know. My buddy has a Submariner with the Omega hands from the vintage, like the army guys would wear it. And they were supposed to turn it in and they would be destroyed, and the guy forgot to turn it in. Like
the mill sub.
Or the mill sub, the one that our friend was wearing, yeah.
Yeah.
And dude, I mean it's like there's
saw
like
that watch.
48.
Yeah.
Are there 48 or 84 left in the world? I think it's 48.
it's crazy.
I don't know.
And he has 2 of them.
We shouldn't
Well,
no one
wait,
knows where that is.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, I mean that's the shit that's excluded, but
I bought,
Yeah, those are cool.
well, when we were in Switzerland, people were like, "Is that a take that off?
Take that off.
Take that off, and let me see that."
Exactly.
That to me is about watch collecting. That's the fun part, right?
Exactly.
So I can buy something, I can spend my money on it, and people can be like, I've never seen that before. Like I've never worn that before. Like that's cool. Like let me see that.
Exactly.
So like in a weird way, like I'm buying watches for myself, but it feels rewarding to share that with somebody else. Where I'm like, hey, like, you could wear this for a week. Or I loan my watches to my closest friends, but like, modern Rolex doesn't do that.
Well, sorry, I'm gonna need to borrow that little red Zenith you got right there. Then. No, it's funny you say that though, because of the watches that I have, like between like my 2 Daytonas, the platinum, and the mother of pearl with diamonds, nobody cares about the platinum. They don't care. But when I wear that mother of pearl with the diamonds, everybody asks me to take that thing off my wrist.
When we were in Switzerland too, like we went to dinner and it was like a table of just like heavy hitters, bro. Like gold Patek world timers, like Arabic day dates, and like everybody had some super crazy rare shit.
Yep.
And then, you were talking about like getting rid of that piece, like a week before, and then everybody's like, "Dude, take that off." Like take that off, like, and then pass it around. Everybody was like, "Oh fuck!"
I know. And that's after that. It's when I realized
that was the full circle moment.
Yeah, that's my most meaningful piece too. And it's hard when you see another like fancy watch and you're like, oh my gosh, I want to upgrade, because I have that itch of like I gotta upgrade my watch, and it's like. It's like, oh wait, I don't have to do that. Like it's the memories. I don't think I'd be able to like live with myself if I ever.
You're kind of at pretty much at the top now. So upgrading only goes
so far.
And it's I think it's you got to get like Pokemon. You got to catch them all.
Yes, exactly. It's an itch, man. You got to catch them all, and that's why where it's like, man, you see like, oh my gosh, wait, there's a Tourbillon. There's always something bigger and better out there. It's like, oh no.
I have a Zenith poster of like the Chronomaster, the Pilot, the Defy, and the Defy is like my favorite Zenith like collection by far. And so I've been trying to buy every vintage watch, and I mean, there's maybe like 12 or like 10. So it's like relatively conservative, I would guess. But like, I've been trying to buy all of those watches just for me to feel like, like Magnus talked about, trying to get every like Porsche within a certain year or something, right? Or like the air cooled stuff, right?
Yeah.
But curious as to like, as a collector now. And I mean, I think this happens to all of us, but do you feel that collecting has changed your perspective on money?
Oh, I mean, yes, just because, like I said, I like to lock my money up in assets, right? So, realizing that you can have things in life. You don't have to always just save, and save. It's like you can save by getting the asset, or for example, my great grandparents, or maybe it's just my great grandparents, they had bought like these little like Tiffany bowls, like they're glass, and it was like $15 back then. You know how much the same bowl is now? It's like $200,000.
That's insane.
It's like
crazy.
$200,000 fucking dollars for a glass bowl that was $15 back in the day. Now, back in the day, also, I think that $15 was more like $150, but things were different back then. And so it's like, it's my goal in life that when I die, that if I have kids, if we can have kids, that they're inheriting like a $3 million collection of cards, watches, whatever it is, so that they can just be set in that regard,
That's a good goal.
Yeah, and then they can buy.
And I think you're well on your way.
I'm hoping, man. I am definitely well on my way.
What is it that makes you hang on to something? Like, what is it? Like your heart, your gut, your instinct,
for
or
the cards?
either what cards, watches?
It's a lot of gut and analytics.
Right.
With the watches, it's the heart now. Where it was originally like, I want the newest shiniest thing. I'm so excited, and now I'm realizing it's the memories. Where every time I look at this, I think of you and my mom. It's like, what a great
cute
time. And then the other piece, it's like I think of my whole family, and that's why I think it was so easy to liquidate the watches. Because whenever I get a gift, no matter how big or small it is, it could be a $2 little, tchotchke thing, like just cute, and it means more to me than any of my watches.
Yeah.
It's like, this is the last thing I'll ever get rid of because it was from Anna, and it means the world to me, right? It could be a keychain. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that.
Something that I have a weird perspective on watches, but they preserve the past, but they tell you the future.
That's very philosophical.
And they keep you in the present.
It is because, I look at some of these, especially as a vintage collector, like you don't know who's owned some of your watches, and some of the amazing things that they've done in that watch, right? And certain pieces I feel like can hold on to that charm. And some pieces don't, right? But
what if you got to watch a bad juju?
I've had
a little bit of an evil
like
watch.
The Hope Diamond.
I've had watches like that every time I'm wearing that watch, just something bad happens to me.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I need to get rid of it.
I know exactly what you're
talking about. Or
cleanse
it somehow.
Yeah,
I still have that. It's a Panerai, by the way.
What I really want to do, I want to start this series, or maybe even like a TV show, where I go around and collect things like the haunted dolls or like the Hope Diamond. Everybody who's ever worn the
creepy
Hope Diamond,
things.
Shortly after, I want all the superstitious things where it's like you wear the Hope Diamond, you die from a heart attack 3 years later or 3 months later. I want to experience all those things and disprove them.
Dude, I watched a video on Instagram where some girl was combing the Annabelle doll.
Yeah.
With a freaking comb, and touching it. And she had one of those little meters, and it was
going crazy.
No, that's
what happened to her?
I don't know.
Is she okay?
I hope so.
I hope so too. I
that's all you, dude.
I know. I want to know if she's fine. But yeah, I would love to do stuff like that for a TV show or a series. Oh, all day.
I hope she's okay. But yeah, that'd be crazy. A crazy series.
I know, right?
Well, you'll have to stay tuned for that one.
I know, exactly.
Something too. So you talked about, and we're gonna wrap up here, but you talked about leaving a legacy to your children with the things that you collect, but also I think that you can do that with your content.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about that?
I was thinking about it earlier today. I was like,
oh, wow.
I have a video recorded for when I die that will be automatically uploaded on Christmas and stuff, not this year, but whenever I die,
not.
whenever it happens, it's because unfortunately it's just part of life, right? And so, what my dream, my legacy is I just hope I made one person smile. That's it. Simple as that.
I think you've made a lot of people smile. It's you're a funny, happy guy. Like you said, you got hit with a happy stick.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And thank you. I appreciate it. I really hope so, because every day I think I'll make the video. I'm like, oh man, this isn't funny. And then I just upload it hoping that it'll make someone else feel good though. I'll get these DMs sometimes saying hey, you're the only reason that I didn't do it today. And I was so depressed, and I just scrolled through your content and I just started laughing so hard. And I watched every single video. I was like, and that's why my heart beats to this day, is because of the messages like that, where it's wow, it doesn't feel real. I wish I could meet them. And I do try to meet fans and do things like giveaways for fans regularly, and just to help them with their education or their music careers or their art, whatever they're doing. I love supporting musicians because being a musician myself, it was giving a kid a guitar and just shipping it out. And it's of course I wish I could meet people, but it's hard to meet all of them, I guess. I don't know,
right.
But I try to meet as many people as I can, and I always take the time when someone will come up and say, oh my gosh, I'm your biggest fan. It's I'm your biggest fan. That just made my whole day. And they're I didn't want to be weird and come up to you and, I was please, anytime you ever see me, you see me walk around the mall, come say hi, give me a big hug. Like, I'll give you a hug right back. Like, let's be best friends, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just a dude with too much
That's
free
awesome.
time.
What's next for you? Like next chapter in life?
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm writing a book on virality,
Okay.
voice acting, watch journeys, you know, and doing a lot of watch stuff, hopefully this year, which would be crazy. We got some cool, crazy opportunities on the table that we're talking through right now, so that's fun. I think one of my goals is like bringing watches to Gen Z, millennials, and Gen Alpha. I know millennials mostly know about watches, but like Gen Z and Gen Alpha are still not super aware. But also classical music, being a classical musician, because a lot of people really love classical music, but they're not exposed to it anywhere, you know? So getting the exposure of classical music, opera singing, musical theater to the masses is definitely something I'm very passionate about, you know?
I had season tickets to the Met when I was 25 for probably like 5 or 6 years.
No shit.
Yeah.
And what was your favorite?
It depends on the director, I think, a lot. With especially when you go to the Met Opera, it's really director heavy because there's incredible production.
Right.
But, you know, they used to have a junior membership that you got like in the dress circle. And as like every year I'd buy it just because I'm like, you're going to see 7, 8 operas. It's going to be fun. And it's a really cool night out.
It's a really exciting night out. It's so unique, and it really is an amazing experience. Like for a date or just to get away from the world and unplug and just like, especially at the Met and seeing their sets. And I mean, these things are
it's kind of like
millions of dollars.
The Met's almost like the Rolex of opera houses.
They are. They literally are. Yeah, that's exactly right. And actually, for those of you who are younger who are watching, if you want to get sponsored by Rolex, opera singers are very regularly sponsored by Rolex. Really? They're on the covers of their magazines. Bryn Terfel, Renee Fleming, Anna Netrebko. Yeah, it's a huge thing.
That's pretty crazy.
Play tennis.
Yeah, play
tennis. Opera.
Yeah.
Yachting. Yeah.
Rolex is out there for you.
Exactly, man. Yeah, look at Yu Zhou Wang. She's one of their ambassadors, and she's... Oh my gosh, I remember she came to Eastman and invited all the kids out to go partying and clubbing, and she's like, you know, total silly goose, you know? And it's like, classical musicians are wild. I'll tell you that. Yeah, they're wild.
What's off the clock mean to you?
What does off the clock mean to me?
That's who we are.
That's the name of this podcast.
It means to me family. It means to me a community of enthusiasts who don't shame others. They're just excited about the craft of collecting or the art of collecting. Yeah.
That's dope.
That's awesome. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
This has been a pleasure. Let's go see if we can buy some Pokemon cards, and Watch Gang, maybe you'll be getting Pokemon cards.
Yeah. Nice. Guys, thank you so much for having me. Until next time. Bye, everybody!